Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part is that you can bank anytime, anywhere. At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel, the high-tech touch.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for Game 2 here between ICC and Meridian. If you're just now joining us, the Indians picked up an 8-0 win in 6 innings in Game 1. Trying to complete the sweep to wrap up the regular season here. ICC improved to 36-7 overall, 20-7 inside conference play. Meridian slipped to 14-28 overall and 4-22 inside the conference. Getting ready for this First American National Bank opening pitch from Hampton. In there for strike, coming your way at 3:57. First American National Bank, a proud supporter of ICC athletics and their local communities. Follow the flag from the closest location nearest you from Tupelo to Iuka. Is that pitch missing low for a ball? This is Stockman, Slade, and Sizemore scheduled up here for Meridian to start the top of the first inning. A warm day at the ballpark. If I ever wanted to make an understatement today, that would be it. 1-1 is the count here. Hampton in the circle for ICC. A swing and a miss there for Stockman. Hampton comes in with a record of 14-3 overall with a 1.96 ERA. So the count is 1-2. Hampton's pitch. It's going to be a grounder right back to Hampton. She'll throw it over for the out, 1-3, to retire Stockman for the first out of the contest. Now up will be the catcher Slade coming to the plate with 1 out and nobody on. Well, they're in the top of the 6th inning, and Meridian leading 13-4. In baseball, that one's down at Meridian. Is that pitch missing low and inside for a ball? Meridian, the number 8 team in the country in baseball. The Indians trying to fight their way into the playoffs. Of course, it will probably be Sunday, maybe Monday before we know the outcome, depending on if some games have to be made up. As that pitch is swung on a miss for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the first. And this one right back up the middle, and it's going to go for an infield single. Good effort there by the shortstop as Hampton kind of knocked it down with her glove.
Now batting for
And
Meridian.
Boatner just couldn't quite get to it quick enough. She made the diving effort to keep it from going to the outfield, and now with a 1-out single, This will bring up the DP Sizemore to the plate here for Meridian. She's batting in that third spot. Of course, we'll give you today's lineups for both teams. As that one right back to the pitcher. Going to try to think about second. Didn't get it in time as it kind of ran up her leg when she got the ball. And instead goes over to first, 1-3 on the putout. And so now the number 4 batter and first baseman Joe coming to the plate here for Meridian. They do have a runner at second with 2 outs here in the inning. Hampton took something off that first pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. Again, a great crowd out today. We'll be honoring Coach Andy Kirk after game 2, or I should say after this game, with a retirement recognition. As there's a changeup a little bit too high. 1-1 now will be the count. A lot of former players, former assistant coaches, friends and family making their way out to the ballpark this afternoon. As this one lifted, it's going to get out of play, and 1-2 now will be the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runner at second here for the Eagles. Hampton trying to get out of this mini jam here to start the contest. 1-2 pitch. Pop back, and we'll stay at 1-2. So 1-2 will stay the count here on Joe, the first baseman. You've got Slade, who is at second. She's singled and advanced on a ground out by Sizemore. All speed. Slow roller to the first baseman. Jenkins will get it. Step on the bag for the out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base there in the top part of the first. Just taking a look at today's starting lineups presented to you by Coke. We've already introduced you to the first 4 batters here for Meridian, so let's go over those again. Leading things off with Stockman. She's playing out in left field. Slade is catching. Sizemore is the DP, and Joe is at first base. Galloway will be batting 5th. She's out in right field. Watts will be batting 6th. She's playing third base. Granberry will be batting 7th. She's at second base. Jimmy will be the shortstop. She'll be batting 8th. And Ben will be playing center field, cleaning things, batting in that 9 spot there as well. The flex is going to be Kelly Brady. She's taking her warm-up pitches here. She's 4-5 on the year with a 5.95 ERA. And for ICC, stop me if you've heard this before, it's pretty much the same lineup as always for game 2. Henry will lead us off playing second. Patterson will be batting second, playing in center field. Hayes will be catching. She'll be batting third. Batting fourth will be Albertson. She's playing third base. Clark will be in left field. She's batting 5th. Rippey will be the DP. She's playing 6th, or she's in the 6th spot. Stevens is in right field, batting 7th. Batting 8th is Jenkins. She's playing first base. Boatner is the shortstop. She'll be batting in the 9 spot. Kamaya Hampton is the pitcher for ICC. She is 14-3 on the year with a 1.96 ERA. So this will be Hannah Henry to start us off here in the home half of the first inning. Henry playing second base. Indians piled up 13 hits in the first game of the day. And she'll be starting us off here in the bottom of the first. That first pitch high for a ball from Brady. So 1-0 the count here to Henry. That pitch high and inside, 2-0 now is the count. Henry, Patterson, and Hayes scheduled up here for the Indians in the bottom of the first inning. That pitch outside corner for a strike, 2-1 now is the count. So the 2-1 pitch, missing low and outside, 3-1 now. We'll go the count here to Henry. ICC, if you're just now joining us, won the first game of the day 8-0. That was in 6 innings. And that'll be a leadoff walk to Henry. So a nice start to the inning there for the Indians.
For the Lady Indians is the center fielder.
As this will be Patterson coming to the plate.
Patterson.
So Patterson will dig in with no outs and a runner at first. Bottom of the first. Still no score here. Patterson playing in center field where she has made a career of herself here at ICC. As that pitch high and inside nearly hit her. Throw down to first is not in time. She was hit by a pitch in the first game. Nearly got hit there. 1-0 is the count. So 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Runner at first. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. So Brady's struggling here to find the zone. Out of the 7 pitches so far, 6 of those have gone for balls. That pitch high. 3-0 now is the count here to Patterson. So 3 balls, no strikes, no outs. Runner at first. Patterson will dig in. You feel like the red light will be on here. It was, and she'll take 4 straight pitches for back-to-back walks here to start the home half of the first. So now Kara Hayes will come to the plate. She's catching again here in game 2. So Hayes will try to get the Indians' bats going here, although, no outs and runners on first and second off a pair of walks. You'll take that if you're an ICC fan, but a nice job there by Brady to come back and throw that one right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 is the count. We do want to welcome those that are watching in favor of the Indians this afternoon, and also say a special hello to those as the ball gets away and the runners will advance. Also say a special hello to those that are watching in favor of the Eagles. Thank you all for tuning in here as both runners will advance on the pass ball. That pitch missing low. 2-1 now is the count. Well, things have gone final in baseball. 14-4 in 6 innings. Meridian wins that one as that pitch missing low. 3-1 now is the count. So waiting the 3-1 pitch here. This one's fouled off, and we'll go 3-2. So a 3-2 shot to the second baseman. A throw over in time. The run will score. So that'll be a ground out. 4-3, but does get the RBI. Well, apparently it's not final. They showed a replay and looked like the teams had walked off the field after shaking hands, or at least the coaches did. I don't know what the situation was, so that is not final. As that's going to be a fly out, will turn into a sacrifice fly. And again, Albertson absolutely tattooing the ball, just cannot get it to exit the ballpark. And so now the Indians up 2-0. So yes, 13-4, not final now, but it is in the bottom of the 6th. That's in baseball action as that pitch in there for a strike. 2 outs in the inning now as Clark comes to the plate. That sacrifice fly being brought to you by the ICC BSU. This ball's popped up, and the center fielder will come over and get it for out number 3. So the Indians get 2 runs on no hits.
There were 2 runs
and nobody left on base.
No errors.
And the Indians lead it 2-0. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Life's a sport that's full of laughter, the perfect plays, the near disasters. Some days it's tough to know which way to run. So when the game gets out of hand, you need a pal who's got a plan, a friend to help you win while having fun. He knows the score, passing the ball or passing the test. He knows the scoop, how to succeed and how to invest. Always remember, Herbstreit knows best.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2-0 ICC with the lead after an RBI ground out by Hayes and a ICC BSU sacrifice fly by Alberson. To finish our thoughts on that earlier, ICC BSU, a proud sponsor of today's broadcast, reminding you the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That's the ICC BSU. They meet Monday nights at 7:07. So if you're a freshman coming back next year or maybe an incoming freshman, do make plans to be part of the ICC BSU here in Fulton. K-Mac's first pitch in there for a strike, as she will see Galloway, Watts, and Granberry scheduled up here in the top of the second inning. ICC leads this one 2-0. That pitch in the dirt, 1-1 now, is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs as Galloway, the right fielder, is starting us off. This one's fouled back off the netting. Got to go for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. Talked about former players here. We also have former assistant coaches. Carrie Simmons, Kelly Beth Ernest, making the trip out today to help celebrate Andy's, what could be his last home games. Of course, there is a chance, as there's a off-speed pitch for strike 3. But there is a chance that
Now batting, the third baseman.
ICC could win the state tournament and I believe host the region tournament. But for sure, the last regular season game here for Coach Andy Kirk. This is game 501. So with 1 out now, this is going to be Watts at the plate. That pitch just missing outside for a ball. Wind is picking up again. It's blowing basically into the first base dugout. Big healthy swing and a miss there. 1-1 now is the count. See Jesse Patterson out there, and she's got her son out there, and he is trying to break onto the softball field. So she's having to play mama duties and keep him out of the field. There's a changeup that drifts up a little bit too high. 2-1 now is the count. I like to pick on Jessie and say she's paying for a raisin sometimes. So waiting the 2-1 pitch here. And that one's going to miss low. 3-1 now is the count to Watts. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on here for the Eagles. Indians lead it 2-0 here in the top of the second. This one hammered. Right fielder's going to come up, try to make the play, and will not. She'll try to throw it to first before the runner gets there. The ball just dropped, and Watts will have the second hit of the game as that one goes for a single
Meridian,
out to right field.
Second baseman.
Now this will be Granberry coming to the plate.
Granberry.
So Granberry will dig in with 1 out and a runner on first. So Granberry, who is playing second, shows bunt, pulls back, and takes that one for a ball. Do have Watts over at first. Meridian has liked to be aggressive when they've had the opportunity to put runners on the bases. So So that pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here to Granbury from Hampton. So the 1-1 pitch coming from Hampton. It finds the corner for a strike. 1-2 now is the count here to Granbury. One-two pitch, off speed, but a nice job there by Granbury. Saw she was looking fastball and then kind of just stopped her swing mid-swing and did a good job of just finding a piece of it that time to foul it off and keep the at-bat alive here. 1-2 will stay the count. 1 out. Granbury at the plate. Watts is at first. That pitch missing outside. 2-2 now is the count. Not a bad spot to miss there by Hemp. See if she couldn't get her to chase one. If she did make contact, it just would have been a foul ball. 2-2 now is the count. Of course, we talk about former assistant coaches. We do have to mention also London Ladner, who is an assistant coach for Meridian, is a former assistant coach here at ICC, as there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That is her second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game.
Number 30, Jimmy.
Visit rewardsextra.com to learn more about Renaissance Bank's Rewards Extra checking account. Offers things like roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, over 400,000 discounts, along with all the great rates that you come to expect with Renaissance. rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, member FDIC. As there's a swing and a miss, as this is Jimmy at the plate now. 0-1 now is the count here to the shortstop, Jimmy. As this pitch going to be fouled off back into your living room. 0-2 will be the count here to Jimmy. If she were to reach, then we'll get the number 9 batter in the lineup, Ben. But Hampton trying to get out of this inning and get the bats back to the plate. So 0-2 is the count. Pitch on its way. And it's a check swing foul ball. And we'll stay at 0-2. A little off-speed pitch that time by Hampton as Jamie did a good job of finding a piece to it after adjusting to the pitch. So the count will stay 0-2 with 2 outs here and a runner at first for the Eagles in the top of the second. There's a grounder. Hampton finds it, throws over in time for the out. Nice job there by
For Meridian, there was no
Hampton
runs,
to defend her position and get the 1-3 put out to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It'll be Rippey, Stevens, and Jenkins scheduled up. But before we get there, let's hear from the Kegel Eye Center and be back with more right after this.
Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of severe vision loss in adults over the age of 50. Symptoms are gradual loss to see objects clearly. Objects appear distorted in shape. Darker empty areas appear in the center of your vision. In a comprehensive eye exam, your optometrist will perform a variety of tests to determine if you have macular degeneration. For questions or concerns, call Kegel Eye Center in Fulton at 862-EYES, providing professional comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. KegelEyeCenter.com.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the second inning. Rain Rippey will lead things off here. She's a DP in game 2. She'll be followed by right fielder Connor Stevens and the first baseman Madison Jenkins. Rippey takes a look at that first pitch from Brady in there for a strike. Well, Brady kind of started off a little rough. She walked the first 2 batters, settled down, and was able to get out of the inning with minimum damage done, but since then has done a much better job of finding the zone here. This is going to be a ball that's going to roll just foul for strike 2. So Rippey will have to come back and guard the dish here with the 0-2 count. That pitch just missing outside. Nice location, but good eye that time by Rippey to hold off on that one. The count goes 1-2. Rippey pops this one up. It's going to drift over and get out of play on the right side, so we'll stay at 1-2 here to Rippey. Rain Rippey is a utility player. She is a freshman from Sardis. She went to Marshall Academy. And so she'll dig back in with a 1-2 count. Hits that one. Shortstop finds it, throws over, and gets her by a half a step for out number 1.
Now batting.
6-3 on the putout for those of you that may be scoring at home. As this will now bring up Stevens. Connor had a 2-run home run in the first game of the day. So she will dig in with 1 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the second. And Will Verdong staying hot for the Indians. He just hit a home run, but the Indians got a lot of ground to make up as they're down 13-5. That's in the top of the 7th inning in game 1 at Meridian. That pitch in the dirt for a ball. So this is Stevens at the plate. Looks at that one for a strike. 2-1 now. The count here to Connor Stevens with 1 out. She hammers that one. Second baseman's going to come up, glove it, and throw over in time for the out, 4-3.
In the 8th slot.
Well, a nice job defensively by Meridian as that ball took a funky hop on Granberry just before it got to her. She was able to get it out of the glove in a hurry and get that one out for out number 2. And now this is going to bring up Madison Jenkins. Jenkins got the win in game 1 in the circle, playing first base. That's where she ended up playing in the first game, as she was relieved by M. Rob, as she takes that first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Jenkins. If she were to reach, then we'll go to the number 9 batter, M. Boatner, for ICC. That pitch outside, 1-1 now will be the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on here. Meridian trying to get a 3-up, 3-down inning out of the Indians. That pitch missing low. 2-1 now will be the count. So Jenkins will dig back in here. Takes a healthy chop at that one. Couldn't catch up with it. 2-2 now will be the count on Jenkins. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Pitch on the way. It goes high for a ball. Now the count goes full at 3-2. So the 3-2 pitch on its way, and that's going to be ball 4, a little too far inside for the umpire's liking. So a 2-out walk will bring up Boatner.
The shortstop, Katie.
Boatner batting in that 9 spot, playing the shortstop again here in game 2. Indians score 2 in the bottom of the first. Trying to see if they can spark the bats here and get things going in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. And a nice job there once again by Brady. Talked about it, she struggled to get a fail behind batters early, but has done a nice job of settling down and getting after the batters here and getting ahead in the count each time. So that pitch goes high, and they're going to toss it down to first, and Jenkins gets back without an issue. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. That one paints the outside corner for a strike. 1-2 is the count now here to Boatner, the shortstop. Slap hit. Shortstop gets it and has no play. The ball gets away. So that will go as an error on the shortstop as she tried to get the ball to second, but the throw was off that
Top of
time.
the order, the second baseman, number 6 from Brandon.
E6 on the play.
Henry.
So now ICC with runners on the corners. And now we go back to the top of the lineup here with Hannah Henry, who walked, advanced on a pass ball, and eventually came around to score a run. So she'll dig in with 2 outs. Runners on the corners here for the Indians. Pitch out. They're going to throw it down, and it's going to be a short throw. Now I'm going to try to get back to third, but Jenkins was already back, and so that'll be a stolen base there for Boatner. So now runners in scoring position here for the Indians. Henry walked, as I mentioned, and her only at bat so far here in game 2. She did have 2 hits in the first game of the day. Listen to that pitch low and outside for a ball. That one's going to miss low for a ball. 3-0 now is the count here to Henry. If Henry were to reach, then it would be Patterson, our Samstown Market star of the game from game 1. That one taking the whole way that time in there for a strike. 3-1 now is the count here to Henry. And that pitch just paints the outside corner. And it's 3-2 now, so the count will be full with 2 outs. Runners will be in motion on the pitch here. Henry slaps one, and it's going to be a foul ball. And so we'll go back to a 3-2 count here with Henry at the bat. You've got Jenkins at third. Boatner reached on a fielder's choice error. Stole a base to get over to second. And so now the count will stay 3-2 with 2 outs here. This one up the middle. It's going to get through him. They're going to try to score 2, and it will. Then the ball gets away on the throw back to first, and then they throw it to second, and she is there. And so she will single and advance on the error. She does drive into.
In the 2 slot, number 1, the center fielder.
And so that'll be an E8 on the play, second error of the game. And so now this will bring Patterson to the plate. And ICC pushes 2 across, and now they lead it 4-0. 2 out hitting. Coming up big there for the Indians was Henry. So now Patterson at the plate. Takes that first pitch high for a ball. So 1-0 the count. 2 outs and a runner at second. Patterson looks at that pitch, low and outside. 2-0 now is the count. Start to see Brady get a little bit frustrated out there in the circle as she's not quite getting those corners she's going after. As this pitch is going to be fouled out of play. 2-1 now will go the count here on Patterson. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Indians add 2 more to the board here, trying to see if they can pick up some more 2-out hits. That ball missing outside. Gets away, but not far enough for Henry to advance. So now the count goes 3-1 here on Patterson. So the 3-1 pitch is high, and that'll be a walk. Second time today that Patterson has reached on a walk. She's been on base every time she's come to the plate today. And now this is going to bring Kara Hayes to the plate. She grounded out to second to drive in a run back in the first inning. So she'll dig in with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Indians have a lot of speed on the bases. If Hayes can get something down to the gap here, outfield pretty much playing her straight away. Nice job there by Brady to clip the outside corner of the plate for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Hayes. So no balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Hayes swings on this one, pops it up. Right fielder's going to give chase in foul territory. Can't get to it and crashes into the fence over there in right, and she's okay. I like the effort. Kind of threw caution to the wind that time, trying to make the play for her team, and infielder's checking on her, make sure she's okay. She gives a thumbs up. So now the count is 0-2 here on Hayes. Runners on first and second with 2 outs here for the Indians. Hayes hits that one hard. Shortstop gets it, throw over. Dug out of the dirt nicely over there by the first baseman, 6-3. But the Indians do put 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors, and 2 left on base. We'll take a timeout, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
The center fielder.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for the top of the third inning. It'll be the 9-1-2 batters due up. Ben, Stockman, and Slade for the Eagles. ICC leads it 4-0 as we're in the top of the third. Baseball trying to rally. They've made it a 13-6 game. It's top of the 7th inning with 1 out. That pitch goes for a strike. Ben is playing in center field today. And that one, they're going to appeal, and they're going to say, yes, you did go. 0-2 now is the count. Don't really think there should have been an appeal on that one as she ran through the front of the box and squared her hip up. That's kind of a general telltale of going on that. Is 0-2 now is the count. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is the 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Hampton. And now we go back to the top of the lineup here in Stockman. She grounded out to the pitcher in her only at bat so far here in game 2. She did have the only hit in game 1, and it was a triple late in the contest. Off-speed pitch missing low for a ball. So 1-0 is the count here to Stockman. 2 hits here in game 2 for Meridian. ICC's only got 1 hit, but they lead it 4-0. Hot afternoon here in Fulton. Not a lot of shade out here at the ballpark as that pitch missing low for a ball. They've recently had to redo the drainage and prepping the area for future renovations here at the ballpark, so they cut down a lot of trees. So used to have plenty of areas to go back and kind of sit in the shade, but not the case here. It's a 3-0 pitch across for a strike. 3-1 now is the count. So 3 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Grounder. Second baseman, right spot at the right time. Henry scoops that one up, tosses it over, underhanded for the out. 2 away now. And this will bring up Slade. Slade singled, was left stranded in scoring position back in the first inning. So she will come to the plate here trying to extend the inning. 2 outs and nobody on here for Meridian. That pitch in the dirt gets away, but nobody on base to worry about there. Ball 1. Don't know what to think about people that go get themselves some food but don't bring anything else back for people in the press box. 1-0 is the count. Foul ball evens things up now at 1-1. Especially when one of those people are a preacher too. It's pretty bad. That person is not fazed by what I'm saying right now. So the 1-1 pitch coming here from Hampton. Off speed, fouled off. 1-2 now will be the count. So Hampton will step back to the rubber here with a 1-2 count. Slade at the plate. That pitch missing inside evens things up now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the third. ICC leading this one 4-0 here in game 2. If you're just now joining us, ICC picked up an 8-0 win in 6 innings in the first game of the day. Swinging and a miss for strike 3. Ball gets away. They'll throw it down in time. And that will go down for a Renaissance Bank strikeout.
No hits.
We'll take a break and hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Who put this over the front door?
Bobby.
Oh, come on. It was just a joke.
Maybe so, Bobby, but you know what isn't a joke? Small business loans from Renaissance Bank. Renaissance offers a variety of loan programs, which you would already know. He spent less time pranking and more time banking.
You know, I could use a little cash to start my own small business.
I'd say you're liquid enough already.
This is you, right? Like, you're like, bacon, bacon, bacon.
Well, this is you.
I love bacon. Sonic bacon on bacon, quarter-pound double cheeseburger. Okay, you got me.
I need a double stuffed Oreo blast, guys.
You got it.
Gonna need a double stuffed Oreo waffle cone, too.
Coming right up. Order up. Sonic double stuffed Oreo waffle cone and blast.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tide!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have a call to the bullpen here. This call to the bullpen, as you just heard, brought to you by Tommy Morgan, real estate agent Ricky Murphy, as he reminds ICC fans, Meridian fans as well, if you're ready to make the call to sell your current home, maybe buy your first ever home, give Tommy Morgan real estate agent Ricky Murphy a call at 662-321-9824. That's 662-321-9824. New pitcher in the game here is Abigail Smith. She is a sophomore out of Florence High School. She will be greeted by Albertson, Clark, and Rippey. And a hard hit ball, shortstop finds it, throw over is going to be off. It'll get into the bullpen, so that will allow her to head to second. So E6 on the play, third error of the game for Meridian. So this will bring Clark to the plate.
The left fielder, number 19.
So Clark will dig in. She flew out to center to end the first in her only at bat so far here in game 2. Alberson is at second. This one hit hard, and it's going to get out to the right fielder. And they're going to send Alberson home, and they're not even going to try to throw it on the relay. Would have been a bang-bang play there, but that'll go for an RBI single.
The DP in the sixth
Off the bat of Clark, Alberson will score, and ICC leads it now 5-0 here in the bottom of the third. This will bring Rain Rippey to the plate. It looks like we may have a runner coming in this situation here for Clark.
Now batting for the Lady Indians, number 9.
Or excuse me, actually a new batter coming in. This is going to be Haley Moody coming into bat. Thought for a second they were, yep, now they are going to make the move with a runner coming in for Clark. Looks like this is going to be Bailey Ware. Nope, excuse me, it's going to be Maggie McVeigh. So McVeigh will come in to run.
The runner is McVeigh.
So Moody to bat in place of Rippey. McVeigh in to run in place of Clark. Those are your Coca-Cola Sonic lineup changes here for the Indians. No outs. We're in the bottom of the third inning. ICC leads this one 5-0. And so Moody's going to take time after the pitcher kind of steps back to reset. Runner goes. Throw is going to be into the outfield, but the center fielder doing a nice job of backing that one up to keep the runner to advancing. And so McVeigh will get the stolen base. And 1-0 is the count here to Moody. So 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Runner at second. ICC leading this one 5-0 here in game 2. Moody hammers this one, second baseman, backhands it. Throw over, is it in time? Yes, it is. Heck of a play by Granberry to come up and get that out. 4-3 on the putout. Runner does advance to third, and now this will bring Connor Stevens to the plate. Stevens grounded out to second and her only at bat so far here in game 2. So McVeigh is at third here for the Indians. Stevens at the plate. Takes that first pitch high for a ball. Well, Connor came to ICC as a catcher. Eventually made her way out to right field. Had never played out in the outfield before, so got coached up and found her way in that starting lineup for the Indians. Have been out there ever since. As that ball gets away, McVeigh thought about going. He's going to come back and hold off on that one. 2-0 now is the count after the wild pitch. She had that 2-run home run in game 1 as well. So 2-0 is the count. She hammers that one, but it's going to go foul down the line. 2-1. Be the count now here on Stevens. Nothing ICC with the lead here in the bottom of the third. There is 1 out and a runner at third here for the Indians. That pitch high for a ball. 3-1 now goes the count here to Connor. Smith taking her time now, getting set to deliver. 3-1 is the count. And this one hammered out to right field. Right fielders want to go back and will make the catch up against the wall. And that will score another run for the Indians. A ICC BSU sacrifice fly by Stevens. Nearly got over the head of the right fielder, but a nice job out there by Galloway to adjust and squeeze the out as she was on the warning track. That sacrifice fly being brought to you by the ICC BSU, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice. Paid for your sins, that's the ICC BSU. As that first pitch to Jenkins in there for a strike. Follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU. Brother Chris and company doing a great job there. One of the longest serving organizations on campus here at ICC. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Nobody on base. There's 2 outs. Jenkins, a Delta State signee, walked in her first at bat. 1-1 is the count. That pitch just missing high. 2-1 now. Goes the count here to the first baseman, Jenkins. Jenkins went to Bayou Academy and fouls this one off. 2-2 now is the count. So 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Nobody on here. Indians put 2 more on the board here in the home half of the third. And that pitch missing outside. Now the count goes 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. If Jenkins were to reach, then Boatner would be up next for the Indians. Jenkins sends this one out to right field. Right fielder will camp underneath it and squeeze it for the out. But the Indians do put 2 runs on the board on 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left on base. We've played 3 here in Game 2. The Indians lead this one 6-0. Let's take a break here for First American National Bank and more here on the ICC Sports Network.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
One hot and ready classic. We actually changed it with...
What? You've changed, Little Caesars. You've changed! They've changed, Balloon Bro. You've changed, Karate Man. How can you dance during a time like this? You've changed. Ah! Tell me why.
It tastes even better because we added 33% more pepperoni.
Give me one of those.
Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza, pizza.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh dear. Stay away from the new rug.
The homecoming game is next Friday, and no one has even asked me yet.
Sydney, do you want my advice?
Of course, Kirk.
I'd open up an account with Renaissance Bank. With their rewards extra checking program, you get great discounts from top retailers.
That's gonna help me get a date?
No, but it's gonna help you buy that outfit you really wanted so you can go to that cool new concert instead.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we do have a little bit of a defensive change here for the Indians. Now playing first base is going to be Moody. And McVeigh is now out in left field. And that appears to be the only changes defensively for the Indians. So that's in the top of the fourth. So Moody, I'm writing my notes here, to first, and McVeigh out in left. So this will be Sizemore starting us off here in the top of the fourth inning. That first pitch skips across and goes for ball 1. Hampton still in the circle here for the Indians. That one missing low and inside. Once again, 2-0 now is the count. Each team with 2 hits in the game. The difference right now, 3 errors and walks that have been issued by Meridian. As that pitch going high now, 3-0 is the count here to Sizemore to start the inning. Sizemore grounded out to the pitcher in her only at bat so far here in game 2. 3-0 is the count. Feel like the red light will be on for Sizemore here. It was, and she draws the walk. Well, a nice way to start the inning off there. First time in game 2 that Meridian was able to get the leadoff runner on. And now this will bring up the first baseman, Joe. She grounded out to the first baseman to end the first in her only appearance so far here in the game. That pitch in there for a strike. Nice job by Hemp to come back and find the zone after a 4-pitch walk to start the inning. So 0-1 is the count. This pitch popped up. Center fielder will come running in and make the play for out number 1. Well, it's one of those that looked like there for a second was going to end up being in no man's land.
Galloway.
But instead, Joe was put out by the center fielder. And so with 1 out, runner at first. That pitch missing low and inside for a ball. This is Galloway, who has been busy in right field today. She's got a 1-0 count with a runner at first. Grounder. Second baseman's going to come up. Only play is over to first. 4-3 for out number 2. As Sizemore was able to advance to second. And now this will bring Watts to the plate. Watts is 1 for 1 with a single. She was left stranded at first back in the second. Change up, fouls this one back for strike 1. So Watts is playing third base. Has been strong over at third base. 0-1 is the count after that foul ball. That pitch goes high, gets away. Runner thought about going to third. Now they're going to try to get her out. But instead, the ball gets away after the throwdown, but the runner was diving back to second, so a little dust up for nothing there. As 1-1 now is the count here to Watts. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. And off-speed pitch, foul back. Now the count will go 1-2. Well, she's got 4 Renaissance Bank strikeouts on the day as the count goes 1-2. Can she find her 5th to end the inning here? Hampton's pitch, it hangs up high, and 2-2 now will go the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. There is a runner at second. Hampton looking for the exit here. And that one missing outside. Now the count goes full at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Swinging and a miss for strike 3. There's that 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game, and that will end the inning there. They put a runner in scoring position but couldn't get her going as this strikeout ends the inning. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Coach gave starting quarterback to someone else.
Say, kid, you know what I do when I'm really feeling down? I think about Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. with mobile phone protection and 24/7 roadside assistance. It should be in your starting lineup, just like my favorite quarterback. Now, come on, let's see that arm.
Who wants pie?
Want to make a good living? Come learn a skill at Max Home. Upholstery trainees start at $15.50 an hour. Our upholsterers average $23 an hour and can make above $28 an hour on production. We're also offering a $500 sign-on bonus to experienced upholsterers. Max Home is hiring for all positions and is willing to train quality people. Max Home makes all their custom-built products in the USA. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. Max Home, Bullpen, Mississippi, and Max Home, Sulligent, Alabama.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here for the bottom half of the fourth inning. 9-1-2 batters due up here for the Indians. Katie Boatner, Hannah Henry, and Mackenzie Patterson scheduled up for ICC. Boatner reached on an error, stole a base, and scored a run. She takes that first pitch missing low for a ball. 6-0 ICC with the lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Indians won the first game of the day, 8-0 in 6 innings. This is the season finale for the regular season, as that's going to go for extra bases for Boatner, and she'll start us off with a double.
Now batting the second baseman.
So a double by Boatner. That extra base hit, the first of the game, being brought to you by Davis Ford. Visit davisfordsales.com or stop by and see all the fine folks at Davis Ford. They're located at 904 West Main Street right here in Fulton to experience the Davis Ford difference. So with no outs and a runner at second, this is going to be Hannah Henry at the plate now. Stands in, takes that first pitch high for a ball. She is 1 for 1 with a 2-run single in her last at bat. She's walked, was left stranded in scoring position back in the second inning as she tries to lay down the bunt there, and it goes back foul. 1-1 is the count now. That was the third hit of the game for the Indians. And this one hit right to the first baseman. She will run over and step on the bag, but it will allow the runner to advance to third.
Number 1.
So it basically works like a sacrifice bunt, even though it was not a sacrifice bunt. And now this will bring Patterson to the plate. Patterson has walked in both her attempts so far. She has scored a run. So with 1 out and a runner at third, Patterson will swing on the first pitch she sees, and that one foul. Thought for a second it might have a chance to get out of the ballpark, but just goes foul. 0-1 is the count. Of course, couldn't really see that as it was down the left field line. Got a wall blocking my view there, so had to kind of rely on the reaction of the crowd. This time she shows bunt, pulls back. 1-1 now is the count here to Mackenzie. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Runner at third. And Patterson blisters one to the second baseman that will score a run. So that will get an RBI on the board there. 4-3 on the putout. As Boatner will come around to score for the second time in the game. And now this will be Kara Hayes. Hayes 0 for 2 with an RBI. Grounded out to the shortstop to end the second. So she's looking to redeem herself here as ICC leads this one 7-0. Hayes looks at that first pitch, high and outside for a ball. Do want to remind you, at the conclusion of this game, we'll have the retirement recognition ceremony for Coach Kirk following this one. As there's a beautiful changeup that falls in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Hayes catching like normal here in game 2. Has a 1-1 count with 2 outs and nobody on base. Puts a flare into this one, and it's going to be foul. So 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And that pitch just missing low. 2-2 now will be the count here to Hayes. So waiting the 2-2 pitch here. Hayes fouls this one off, and actually off the pole. The last pole down there on the back netting. Haven't seen that before. As it comes back into play, the infield umpire wanting to check the ball, make sure all is well. He says, good to go, play ball. So the count will stay 2-2. And that's going to be a foul ball. So Hayes battling at the plate right now. Indians do have Allison Harrison starting to warm up in the bullpen. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Hayes fouling off some pitches to keep the at-bat alive here. Trying to extend the inning for the Indians. That one hit to the left side and booted by the third baseman. That'll be another error here in game 2.
In the 4th slot, the third baseman.
So a 2-out error
18,
will
Alberson.
allow Hayes to reach. 4th error of the game. And so now this will bring Alberson to the plate. Well, she has been a hiccup away from hitting one out of the ballpark and all but 1 at bat so far. She did reach on an error. As she hammers this one left side, and it's not going to be able to get out of here, but it will drop for a double. So that extra base hit being brought to you by Davis Ford. Looking for a Bronco? Davis Ford's got those.
Now batting, number 21.
Come by and see them at 904 West Main Street. Or you can special order one by visiting DavisFordSales.com. So now this will be McVeigh coming to the plate. She entered to run for Clark in the 3rd inning, so she'll be getting her first at bat of the day. She did steal a base and score a run. McVeigh looks at that one, missing low for a ball. Got runners on 2nd and 3rd here for the Indians. They're up 7-0. We're in the bottom of the 4th. As that pitch drifts high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. Good job by Slade to pop up and catch that one. If not, the run probably scores from 3rd. So 2-0 now is the count here to McVeigh. As she pops this one up, back and out of play. 2-1 now will go the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike. McVeigh is at the plate. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. There is 2 outs. McVeigh puts a charge into that one, but it goes foul. And now the count will even up at 2-2. So that 2-2 pitch on its way. And McVeigh, the unlucky break of a pitch that was probably called strike 3 because it's a 7-0 game. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll Tribe!
Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of severe vision loss in adults over the age of 50. Symptoms are gradual loss to see objects clearly. Objects appear distorted in shape. Darker empty areas appear in the center of your vision. In a comprehensive eye exam, your optometrist will perform a variety of tests to determine if you have macular degeneration. For questions or concerns, call Cagle Eye Center in Fulton at 862-EYES, providing professional comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. CagleEyeCenter.com.
One hot and ready classic. We actually changed it with...
What? You've changed, Little Caesars. You've changed! They've changed, Balloon Bro. You've changed, Karate Man. How can you dance during a time like this? You've changed. Ah! Tell me why.
It tastes even better because we added 33% more pepperoni.
Give me one of those.
Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as new batter coming here is going to be 0. I don't know if you call that a number or not in the sports because there's no numerical value, but we'll call her number 0. Wilson coming to the plate. We do have a couple of changes. We do have a call to the bullpen here, being brought to you by Tommy Morgan real estate agent Ricky Murphy, as number 4, Allison Harrison for ICC coming into pitch. She is a South Pontotoc grad. We also have a new first baseman. That is going to be number 27, Lexi Brown. She's out of Morton, went to Morton High School. Is that first pitch in there for a strike? Well, I was getting worried, but I can rest easy now as my buddy Clifton Newell checking in. Loving what he's seeing out of the Indians today. Is that pitch in there for a strike? 0-2 now is the count here to Wilson. We typically hear from him on game days. Well, finally checking in with us there. 0-2 now is the count here to Wilson. And there's strike 3. Well, she just needed 3 pitches, is all she said, and she got her first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game.
Number 30.
Renaissance Bank, the bank that understands you. Visit renaissancebank.com for more information. So Jimmy, the shortstop, will come to the plate. Is that pitch in there for a strike? 0-1 now is the count. Jimmy grounded out to the pitcher to end the second. And that changeup just a little bit too high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Top of the 5th, ICC up in this one, 7-0. That pitch in the dirt for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. There's a hard hit right back up the middle, and it's going to go for a base hit nearly off the foot of Harrison.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 4, Ben.
And so that will go for a single up the middle, and now up will be the number 9 batter, Ben. She struck out in her only appearance so far in the game. That's the 3rd hit of the contest here for the Eagles. Infield going to creep in a little bit, anticipating the bunt or slap hit out of Ben. Harrison's fastball couldn't catch up with it. Swinging strike 1. So 0-1 the count. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Oh, nice all-speed pitch. Had been way ahead of that one. 1-2 now will be the count. Runner at first. There is one out. So the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Beautiful location right there to get her second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game, as we will jump back to the top of the lineup here, and it'll be Stockman coming to the plate. She's 0 for 2. Ground out to the pitcher and a ground out to second in both of her appearances here in game 2. So 2 outs and a runner at first here for Meridian. ICC won the first game of the day 8-0 in 6 innings. They lead at 7-0 here in the top of the 5th. That pitch drifts high for a ball. Well, Stockman had the only hit in game 1, and it was a triple. She would love to see a repeat of that here. Instead, that pitch goes high. 2-0 now is the count. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. And that pitch missing high. 3-0 now is the count here to Stockman. That one right down the middle of Stockman, taking the whole way that time. 3-1 now is the count. 2 outs and a runner at first. The 3-1 pitch. And they're going to say that one misses. Not sure where.
Now batting.
That'll be a 2-out walk.
Number 2.
And now Meridian with one of the better opportunities they've got so far here in game 2. With runners at first and second, and Slade coming to the plate. She singled her first time up, struck out, was thrown out 2-3. That was to end the 3rd. Slade swings on the first pitch she sees, but right to the second baseman, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll take a break and head to the bottom half of the 5th. Before we do that, let's hear a few words, and let's hear from Sonic, and be back with more right after this.
This is you, right? Like, you're like, bacon, bacon, bacon.
Well, this is you.
I love bacon. Sonic bacon on bacon, quarter-pound double cheeseburger. Okay, you got me.
I need a double stuffed Oreo blast, guys.
You got it.
Gonna need a double stuffed Oreo waffle cone, too.
Coming right up. Order up. Sonic double stuffed Oreo waffle cone and blast.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 5th. ICC leading this one 7-0. And this is going to be Moody coming back to the plate here. She grounded out to second in her first appearance of the game. So she will dig in. ICC a run away from closing the door on this one. Baseball just went final, 13-6. Meridian picks up the game 1 win. That game also started at 2 o'clock. So they had a heck of a game 1 there. That first pitch going to be high and outside to Moody. 1-0 is the count. Moody thought about going for that one, but held off. 2-0 now is the count. Well, I can confirm what I thought earlier today. I saw a foul ball go out to the right side, and CJ's kids Cade and Emmy both were chasing after the foul ball, and this one hit hard to the left side and will be foul. But to finish that thought, Emmy being the older of the two, she used her age to her advantage and absolutely trucked her brother in order to get the foul ball. I think she was upset when she found out there was no snow cones involved once you get the foul ball. But Cade laid there for a minute. I went to coach Cade up on that. That pitch goes high. 3-1 is the count. So Moody awaiting the 3-1 pitch. This one hit. Shortstop will collect it. Throw over is just in time for the putout. 6-3.
From Amory, the right fielder, number 30, Connor.
And now this will be Connor Stevens coming to the plate. She had a ICC BSU sacrifice fly to right field to the warning track in her last at bat. She's also grounded out to the second baseman, so she is 0 for 1 with an RBI here in game 2. That pitch missing low for a ball. We talked about how hard it was to get one out of the ballpark today, and we've seen some hard hit balls stay in because of the wind. Well, Connor absolutely destroyed a 2-run home run in that first game as it went into the wind and out of the ballpark. She's going to reach down, foul that one off. 1-1 now will be the count here on Stevens. So there's one out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th. ICC leading this one 7-0 in the regular season finale. And this was going to be hit hard. Right fielder's going to go back, and it's going to be off the bottom of the wall, and this will go for extra bases for Stevens. She thought about 3. But Coach Kirk held her up there, and that's going to go for a double for Connor. And that extra base hit being brought to you by Davis Ford right here in Fulton. And so now this will be Harrison coming to the plate. Harrison getting her first at bat of the day, as Meridian going to have a timeout, and looks like we'll have a call to the bullpen. So let's take a timeout here from Ricky Murphy and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And from my family, Roll Tide!
Your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back, as we do have that call to the bullpen being brought to you by Tommy Morgan real estate agent Ricky Murphy. He reminds ICC fans and Meridian fans, as a matter of fact, if you're looking to sell your current home, maybe buy your first ever home, give him a call at 662-321-9824. That's 662-321-9824. McKellen will re-enter to pitch. She pitched in game 1. Now entering here to pitch in game 2. She'll be greeted by Harrison, getting her first at-bat of the day with 1 out and a runner at second. Off-speed pitch, missing for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. That pitch missing outside for a ball. That's Connor Stevens at second base. She represents the game-winning run here for the Indians. Harrison pitching for the Indians in relief of Hampton. Listen to that pitch inside and low. 3-1 now is the count. So 3 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. And Harrison's going to hit it. It's going to get through, and that's going to do it. Harrison will come through as a throw home, and it's not in time.
Walk-off hit by Allison Harrison.
And that'll do it, as that'll be an RBI single from Harrison. She advanced to second on the throw, but it did not matter as Stevens came around to score, and ICC wins it by the final score of 8-0. We're going to take a break, come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report, as well as some other special ceremonies here from Fulton. Back with more right after this.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
May the 4th at Jones.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Your final score here in Game 2. ICC completes the sweep with an 8-0 win in 5 innings. Your final line here is 8 runs on 6 hits, no errors. For Meridian, no runs, 3 hits, and 4 errors. For ICC, they improved to 37-7, 21-7 in conference play. Meridian slips to 14-29, 4-23 in conference play. Let's take a look at some Sonic stats. You had Slade with a hit, Watts with a hit, and Jimmy with a hit. That's all the hits there for Meridian in Game 2. For ICC, Henry had a single, a 2-run single. She also walked. Patterson had 2 walks. She scored a run, and she also drove in another on a ground out. Hayes had an RBI, reached on an error. Albertson had a sacrifice fly that drove in a run. She reached on an error, scored, and also had a double. Then it was Clark with an RBI single. McVeigh came in to run for her, stole a base, and scored. And then you had a double from Stevens and an RBI single that walked it off there in the bottom of the 5th from Harrison, and Boatner had a double as well. Our Samstown Market star of the game is going to be Hampton, as she improves to 15-3 overall, as she scattered just 2 hits and walked 1 and scored 4 scoreless innings of softball. We're going to take one more timeout and come back with a special presentation for Coach Kirk, recognizing his retirement here at ICC after 11 seasons with the Indians. We'll be back with more right after this.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to home plate for this evening's retirement recognition for Coach Andy Kirk. On behalf of Itawamba Community College, thank you for joining us for this special celebration as we honor Coach Andy Kirk for his dedication and achievements as head softball coach here at ICC. Now words from Dr. Allen, our president.
This is Jay Allen, president here at Itawamba Community College. While I'm unable to join you in person today, we couldn't let this monumental occasion pass without a proper on-field recognition of the countless contributions Coach Andy Kirk has made throughout his 11-year tenure at ICC. Since the summer of 2011 and under Kirk's leadership, ICC softball has finished in the top 10 of the national rankings 5 times in the last 6 seasons. In 2019, the Lady Indians went 40-16 and won their first ever MACJC tournament championship and played in the national tournament for the first time in program history. Kirk's teams have won 2 regular seasons conference titles and has turned out 14 All-Americans, and 25 have continued their education through softball. Overall, 130 softball players have earned national academic honors and nearly 200 conference academic honors. Kirk has been named Coach of the Year 5 times during his career. Coach Kirk, thank you. Your commitment to ICC is recognized and dedication to your players will be missed. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, staff, administration, and myself, congratulations on your retirement. Know that you will always be a part of the ICC family and you will forever be an Indian.
Coach Kirk will retire in May as the all-time winningest coach in the history of the ICC softball program with a current record of 375 wins and 126 losses, which averages to more than 30 wins in each full season as head coach, along with an impressive 220 wins and only 44 losses in conference play. 83%, which averages less than only 5 conference losses for each full season in the toughest conference and region in America. You heard Dr. Allen mention the numerous achievements, both athletically and academically, but none are greater than the lives he has touched during his time at ICC, which includes the familiar faces of the distinguished ladies, the former players and their families who have gathered to honor him today. Here to present Coach Kirk with a plaque commemorating this moment is ICC Athletic Director Carrie Ball Williamson and the Vice President of Student Services, Dr. Brad Boggs. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in a final round of applause to thank Coach Kirk for his years of service and selfless dedication to the ICC softball program. We respectfully request that coaches, players, and managers of the current team and the past teams to join Coach Kirk on the field for pictures immediately following this ceremony. Thank you players, thank you Coach Kirk. And now for the elite, the former coaches, players, and managers to join Coach Kirk on the field for pictures. Current team, remain in your place. Thank you. And one final time for Coach Kirk. Roll Tide!